When a woman says, "I'm really busy lately," most men take it at face value. They think, okay, she's probably swamped with work, family, maybe school. I just need to be patient, but here's the truth. When someone truly values you, they will make time. No one is too busy for who or what they care about. So that line, "I'm just really busy," is rarely about actual time constraints. More often, it's a soft, non-confrontational rejection, a subtle way of saying, "I'm not interested, but I don't want to hurt your feelings." This phrase exists in the realm of what psychologists call plausible deniability . It's vague enough to keep her image safe and her conscience clear. Because instead of directly saying, "I don't feel a connection," or "I don't see you that way," she creates a scenario where you might even feel guilty for expecting more. It's a way of evading the discomfort of confrontation while gently guiding you away. And here's where a lot of men get caught. They begin to rationalize, maybe she's in a rough patch, maybe she just needs time, maybe if I prove myself, she'll come around. These thoughts don't come from logic. They come from hope. Hope is a beautiful thing, but unchecked hope becomes delusion, and delusion in relationships is costly. It steals your time, your energy, and your dignity. You see, relationships at any stage are about mutual investment. And that investment doesn't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes it's just a good morning text, a 2-minute voice note, a quick thinking of you a message between meetings. When a woman is genuinely interested, she finds little ways to bridge the gap, no matter how chaotic life gets. But when she isn't, she uses chaos as a shield, a reason to create distance that you'll feel obligated to respect. Now, this isn't about villainizing women. In fact, this behavior often comes from a place of compassion. Many women have been socialized to avoid being seen as harsh or unkind, so instead of saying no, they say later. Instead of closing the door, they leave it slightly ajar. It's a strategy of ambiguity, but ambiguity in the dating world is just a breeding ground for emotional limbo. And here's the cost of staying in that limbo. While you're waiting for her to be less busy you're missing out on women who aren't . Women who would welcome your energy, your presence, your intention. Every day you spend trying to decode silence or justify one. Sided effort is a day you're not building something real with someone who's actually open to it. So the next time you hear, "I'm just really busy," take a step back. Don't argue, don't beg, don't overextend. Just observe. If her actions match her words, if there's still effort, still communication, then maybe it's genuine. But if she disappears, if you're always the one reaching out, always the one initiating, then accept the truth for what it is. Not as a failure, but as freedom, because the greatest form of self-respect is to stop chasing what clearly isn't chasing you. When a woman tells you you deserve someone better, it may sound thoughtful, even noble. At first glance, it feels like she's being self-aware, like she's acknowledging her flaws and giving you an out. But let's be clear, this phrase is not about you deserving better. It's about her not wanting to be the one to give you what you want. It's a soft disqualification, a velvet-gloved no. Psychologically, this phrase plays on the concept of projection through guilt. It's often used when a woman senses your emotional investment but knows she cannot or does not want to reciprocate it. Rather than saying, "I'm not attracted to you," or "I don't see us together," which could risk sounding cold or provoke confrontation, she flips the script, makes it about you and your worth. And that's where the confusion begins. Because if you don't understand this dynamic, you'll start to internalize the wrong narrative. You'll think, asterisk maybe she thinks she's not good enough. Asterisk maybe I need to show her she's worth it. Asterisk, and you'll double down. More compliments, more availability, more emotional labor. All the while, she's quietly stepping away, hoping you'll take the hint without her needing to spell it out. But here's the deeper truth. People rarely walk away from someone they're genuinely drawn to because they think they're asterisk, too good asterisk for them. That's a myth we romanticize to protect the ego, when real connection exists, when attraction, alignment, and emotional resonance are there. A woman will fight through her insecurities. She won't push you away, she'll pull you closer. You deserve better is only ever used when there is a gap between asterisk, your desire asterisk, and asterisk, her emotional availability asterisk. And let's not ignore the philosophical layer here. What does better even mean? More patient, more attractive, more successful? No, better in this context simply means someone else. Someone who fits the role asterisk she asterisk doesn't want to fill. So when she says you deserve better, what she's really saying is, asterisk, I'm not the one. Asterisk, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that unless you refuse to accept it. Men often cling to hope in these moments because the words sound kind, gentle, almost poetic. But kindness doesn't always equal clarity. Emotional maturity means being able to see beyond the tone and into the intent. She's trying to let you down easy, yes, but that doesn't make the rejection any less real. So instead of chasing a maybe wrapped in sympathy, pause. Ask yourself, do you really want to build something with someone who has already mentally exited the space? Or are you just afraid to face the silence that follows letting go? Because here's what's at stake. Your emotional clarity, your self-worth, your future connections. The time and energy you spend trying to prove her wrong is time you could invest in someone who never made you question your place in their life to begin with. If a woman tells you that you deserve better, believe her, and then go live like you do. When a woman says, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, many men hear it, but few actually listen to what it really means. On the surface, it sounds like she's being honest, vulnerable even, letting you know she's in a transitional phase. But beneath that honesty lies a deeper, often unspoken message. I'm not looking for anything serious with you. And that distinction changes everything. Let's unpack this. If you met her at the right time, in the right circumstances, and she was genuinely drawn to you in a way that stirred her emotionally, mentally, and physically, trust me, her not looking would quickly become finding asterisk. You see, time and readiness are convenient shields we all use when we don't want to pursue something that doesn't deeply compel us. It's not about the calendar, it's about connection. And when that connection is weak or one-sided, this phrase becomes the polite exit strategy. From a psychological standpoint, this is a classic case of emotional deflection . Rather than rejecting you directly, she places the blame on her life situation. That makes it harder for you to challenge, harder for you to take it personally, which, ironically, causes more confusion. Because instead of taking her words as a boundary, you interpret them as a temporary delay. You tell yourself, maybe, if I just stick around, if I'm patient, if I stay consistent, she'll change her mind. And slowly, you become emotionally invested in a one-sided illusion. But let's approach this philosophically. Human beings are meaning-seeking creatures. We create stories to justify rejection so that we don't have to confront the finality of it. And not looking for anything serious is the perfect story. It preserves her image as kind and gives you an out that doesn't bruise your ego too harshly. But you must learn to hear beyond the storyline, Because sometimes clarity sounds like avoidance. It's not that she's lying. She may truly believe she's not ready. She may genuinely be dealing with emotional baggage, healing from a past relationship, or focused on career goals. But none of that changes this fundamental truth. If she saw you as asterisk, the one asterisk, or even asterisk, someone with long-term potential asterisk, her heart would move differently. Excuses would become exceptions, disinterest would become curiosity, emotional walls would begin to crack, not fortify. So, the next time you hear, "I'm not looking for anything serious," take it not as a warning to wait, but as a signal to step back. Respect it, but don't linger in the shadows hoping it might evolve, because in reality, most men who wait around for someone to figure it out end up watching her fall for someone else quickly, easily, and with no hesitation. And that moment becomes a painful awakening. It was never about timing. She was simply not interested enough. You owe it to yourself not to wait for someone who's already decided to keep you on the sidelines. The longer you hold space for someone unsure of you, the longer you delay meeting the one who's been sure of you from the very start. When a woman tells you, "Let's just be friends," it often feels like a knife cloaked in a smile. It's gentle, but it cuts deep, and it's supposed to. Because she's not trying to hurt you, she's trying to remove you from the emotional equation without destroying your sense of self. But let's be clear, this phrase is not an invitation to stick around hoping she'll change her mind. It's a boundary, a line in the sand, and the sooner you treat it as such, the faster you reclaim your emotional freedom. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Friendship is a beautiful thing. But in this context, where romantic interest is already on the table, it becomes a way to diffuse tension without addressing the core imbalance. She's essentially saying, asterisk, "I like your company, but not in the way you want me to," asterisk, and that creates a psychological trap. Because once the word friend enters the picture, it allows both parties to operate under completely different expectations. You may continue to pursue her emotionally, thinking your patience or loyalty will be rewarded. Meanwhile, she feels safe, unburdened, and even validated by your continued presence. It's what psychologists call asterisk, ambiguous loss asterisk. You haven't technically been rejected outright, so the door feels slightly ajar. But the truth is, the romantic connection you're hoping for has already been quietly closed. This ambiguity is what keeps so many men stuck, emotionally suspended in a dynamic where their needs are no longer part of the equation. Philosophically, we must understand the nature of desire. Desire thrives on reciprocity. It's not enough to feel deeply for someone. You have to be met. If you're pouring affection, time, and emotional energy into a connection that isn't feeding you back, you're not in a relationship. You're in a performance. And performing love, hoping it will be recognized and returned, is a form of emotional self-betrayal. Some women genuinely enjoy your presence. They appreciate your kindness, your emotional availability, your willingness to be there. But appreciation is not attraction, and many men confuse the two. Just because she values you doesn't mean she asterisk wants asterisk you. And if you're not honest with yourself about that difference, you'll stay in a loop of false hope, waiting, helping, showing up while she continues to see you as just a friend. So what do you do when you hear those words? You listen not just to what's said, but to what's implied. You don't argue, beg, or campaign for her affection. You don't stay in hopes of being chosen later. You gracefully step back, not as a punishment, not in bitterness, but in clarity. Because staying in the friend zone when you want more is like sitting in the waiting room of a place that's never going to call your name. And here's what matters most. You don't need to earn someone's romantic interest. You need to align with it. If it's not there, no amount of loyalty or proximity will create it. Don't stay where you're tolerated. Go where you're truly desired. There's one phrase that leaves no room for misinterpretation, yet somehow it's the one most often ignored. You're like a brother to me. When a woman says that to you, she's not just signaling a lack of romantic interest. She's categorically reclassifying you in her emotional universe. She's placing you in a role that's biologically and psychologically incompatible with attraction. And if you're still holding out hope after hearing those words, then what you're clinging to is not love, it's denial. Let's get real here. You cannot be someone's brother and simultaneously be their romantic partner. The brother frame is designed to create emotional safety, not intimacy. It speaks of comfort, familiarity, and non-sexual closeness. It's her way of affirming that she values your presence, but without any romantic or physical undertones. And that distinction matters, because once you're seen as family, the possibility of desire is not just diminished, it's been removed. From a psychological perspective, this is a mechanism called emotional compartmentalization. She may genuinely enjoy talking to you, trust you deeply, even feel protective of you, but none of those emotions overlap with romantic chemistry. We like to believe that deep connection always leads to attraction, but the truth is, attraction isn't logical. It's visceral. It happens before reason has time to explain itself. If it hasn't emerged naturally, you can't force it into existence with kindness, consistency, or time. And here's the philosophical dilemma. Men often confuse emotional closeness with romantic opportunity. But closeness without attraction is not a foundation for love. It's a blueprint for frustration. You're constantly available, hoping she'll see you differently, yet every time she calls you brother, she reinforces the emotional walls that separate you from what you actually want. The deeper issue is that many men stay in these dynamics because they're afraid of letting go. There's this quiet hope. Maybe one day she'll realize I've been here all along. But this isn't a movie. People don't wake up one morning with a sudden change of heart after years of overlooking someone. Love doesn't bloom under pressure or in silence. It grows in mutual recognition. When that recognition is missing, your presence doesn't move her. It comforts her, and that's a painful place to live. If you've been told you're like a brother, the most self-respecting thing you can do is honor that truth. Not with resentment, but with understanding. You're not being rejected. You're being redirected. Because somewhere out, there is a woman who will not just see you as emotionally safe, but as emotionally magnetic. Someone who won't have to sort through her feelings to decide if she's attracted to you. She'll no it from the start. So if a woman says you're like a brother to her, take that as the highest form of emotional clarity. She's told you exactly where you stand. Don't try to rewrite her story. Go write your own. Because in love, alignment is everything. And the moment you stop chasing someone who sees you as family, you create space to be seen by someone who's been waiting to call you home. Sometimes a woman doesn't say anything at all. No clear words, no dramatic exits, no direct rejection. And yet, you feel it, the absence, the inconsistency, the silence. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play, because not every truth is spoken. Some are shown often through the small, quiet spaces where effort should exist. The truth is, you don't need to be told no to understand when someone isn't choosing you. You just need to observe. If you're always initiating, always planning, always reaching out while she offers delayed replies, vague answers, or minimal investment. That is communication. It may not come in a sentence, but it speaks volumes. A woman who wants you in her life doesn't leave you guessing. And if you're constantly decoding mixed signals, it's not love. It's emotional labor disguised as hope. This is what psychologists refer to as asterisk behavioral incongruence asterisk. The words say one thing asterisk, I'm just busy, asterisk asterisk, I'm figuring things out, asterisk asterisk, let's see where this goes, asterisk, but the behavior reveals a different reality. We're conditioned to give people the benefit of the doubt. We listen to what we asterisk want asterisk to hear rather than confronting what we actually see. And that's where so many people lose themselves hanging onto crumbs of attention while ignoring the glaring absence of consistency, energy, and reciprocity. But the most powerful relationships, romantic or otherwise, are built on mirrored effort. Mutual interest is not a mystery when it's real. It's evident. You shouldn't have to initiate every conversation, wonder where you stand, or overanalyze her silence. If she wants you in her life, she will show up freely, willingly, without hesitation. You will not have to earn her interest. It will be offered. Philosophically, this is about alignment. When someone truly aligns with your energy, they don't make you chase clarity, they give it. You're not left in the dark wondering if you matter. You asterisk no asterisk because their actions reflect that truth, not occasionally, but consistently. Attraction may be spontaneous, but commitment is intentional. And when both are missing, silence becomes the loudest truth you'll ever hear. So what do you do when the words never come, but the patterns speak loud enough you listen? You stop trying to fill in the blanks and start honoring what the blanks reveal. You accept the discomfort of truth over the comfort of fantasy, and you remember, your value is not measured by how long you're willing to wait, but by how quickly you walk away when respect is no longer being served. When someone is genuinely interested, confusion fades, doubt disappears, you don't have to ask twice. You don't have to chase or convince or overextend. You're not left overthinking every message or second, guessing your worth. The silence, the inconsistency, the emotional distance that asterisk is asterisk the answer. So instead of clinging to what's unclear, choose what's certain, your own self-worth. Because the moment you stop trying to prove yourself to someone who's already decided not to see you, you open the door to someone who asterisk will asterisk fully, clearly, and without hesitation.